Ambassador Karju, to you first. I wonder if a pull aside affords the time or the breadth for any kind of substantive conversation between the two leaders. Can you explain that to us? Because this is also a very pressing issue that has directly resulted in a kind of deterioration between the relationship, between the two countries. Of course, it's not just this one issue. India and Canada, like Gaurav said, have a breadth of other issues that make them very close partners. But this one thing has been a bit of a spoiler, and it's clearly reflected in the body language.
Three things. One, a pull aside is brief, but it can be very substantive because it is very concentrated. There are no flim-flams, it's straight talk, and you come to the substance straight away. Second point.
Yes.
Apart from the Khalistan issue, and I think the Brampton tableau showing the assassins of Mrs. Gandhi in the manner that that tableau displayed was atrocious. There is no question of justification of that on grounds of freedom of expression or anything. Third point, which is not generally known to people, but I think the people should know. Canada regularly denies visas to members of our security forces who have served in Jammu and Kashmir.
Right.
Canada has also denied visas to members of our services about which we do not talk about, and I don't wish to talk about, including very senior people who have served in these services. Canada, while asking for visa applications, demands that these security personnel should inform the Canadians of the places where they have served.
Yes.
That is very often confidential. Now, I do not know if the government of India has ever objected to it or it has taken it up. It goes back to the time when I was secretary in the ministry and in charge of the management of relations with Canada. I remember then, and I think this is important for your viewers to know,
yes, very important,
that they had done so with a member of the Border Security Force. And I had called the Canadian High Commissioner in and I had said, this is unacceptable. And then I had retired soon thereafter. So it's been 12 years since my retirement, and I think 13 years since this particular incident. I personally feel that the time has come when the government of India should send out an advisory to all security personnel, including retired personnel, that they will not respond to such information being sought by the Canadians with regard to visa applications, and that we should have a candid chat with them, because this is completely unacceptable.
This is a huge issue that you've highlighted, Ambassador Karju. Gaurav is with me still. Ambassador Sajjanar, I'll bring you in a moment. Poulomi Saha is also joining us on this. This is big, Gaurav. Quickly bringing you in, Gaurav, before I go to Poulomi, what Ambassador Karju just pointed out about visas being denied to security personnel who've served in J&K is a big issue. Most people don't know about it. I was very dimly aware of it, but I didn't know the issue was this bad.
Oh, it's bad. In fact, as Ambassador Karju was mentioning, when he was secretary in MEA, he'd raised this. We'd reported this at that point of time that this is what they do. They actually ask for every detail. There's a separate column in the visa for retired officers, whether you're with CRPF, BSF, Indian Army, Navy, or Air Force. If you've served in Jammu and Kashmir, you're supposed to mention the year that you've served in Jammu and Kashmir, the area that you've served in Jammu and Kashmir, and your duty. That whether you were a brigade commander or a div commander in Kulgam, in Busan, in Kangan, all of that you're supposed to mention, and India has objected to it. Has it been removed or not is something that we will track very closely. In fact, that's exactly what I was thinking. As soon as we keep this phone down, we'll after this conversation, we will track that, whether it still happens or not, Shiv.
Okay, very, very interesting. So,
If you permit me one sentence.
Yes, yes, quickly.
I think, Gaurav, please examine this story. I feel personally very strongly about this. No country should be permitted, and even if it means hardships for some of our people, there is national prestige at stake, and in addition, honor, as well as security concerns.